Hey there, Capricorn. Capricorn, this is your check-in, your love check-in, situationship check-in, romantic life check-in, interpersonal relationships check-in. So some of these messages may apply to friendships as well. Situations going on at work, in your workplace. And let's see where you're at. I am recording this at the end of the first week of February, first full week of February. And so, yeah, this is basically seeing what the collective energies are in your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So not all messages will apply. It's so funny. I thought I saw the devil, your card, appear. All right. So, you know, I feel like you guys are having a pretty great year so far. I really do. So let's see if I'm on target. I think you went through a lot of transformative periods last year. You're officially ready to start the year of the fire horse. Let's see. So if these oracle messages apply to your situation, feel free to continue watching. If not, I have another reading coming up for your sign in about 10 days. So we'll see. And I know we're almost, I knew it. You've been working on some healing modalities, cleansing your space perhaps. I have my own Palo Santo right here, my white candle. Always clear the energy around you and follow it with affirmations and some meditation. It really helps. You know, at the very least, if you do these breathing exercises while you're in that cleansing mode, you will feel a lot more at peace. Okay, well, yes, this is about right. So whatever I'm reading may be occurring within the near future, we'll say. I'm not reading, I don't think I'm reading energies months out. There was a situation that maybe you felt like was bringing you to your boiling point, right? And I think you're almost, if you haven't quite exited that feeling, that sense of pressure, these cleansing rituals that you're going through, breathing exercises, I hope when you do your breathing exercises that you are doing them not rapidly. I've heard people almost work themselves up. And you can do breathing exercises for that purpose, right? So you're gonna go and do a really intense workout, or you have some sort of really big, I want to say race, like speed race. You want to be really fast, right? That's what that's for. But when you're trying to calm yourself, I really like the box breath. I really do. Something that slows you down is what I would suggest. And try at least 5 minutes of that. Okay. So anyway, okay, let's see. What else might be going on in your world, Capricorn? Oh, X is involved, and it does say ex-lover. So not ex-friend here. We're talking about an old flame. Maybe you're about to meet them. That's what I'm getting with that. Whatever happens there, it's meant to be. Oh my goodness. Someone wants to propose something to you. Doesn't have to be an engagement. It could just be an offering. It could even be an apology is what I'm feeling. But you will feel good about this. You know what, maybe something, and I like that they all came out together. Maybe something, someone, okay. So these cards are meant to be together, these four. Ex-lover, fated meeting, proposal, and magnetic attraction, because there is a sense of unfinished business between you and your person. So I don't want to ever make you feel like I'm not showing you the cards. All right. So someone has to say to you, all right, is regarding a situation that is not yet complete, a cycle that is not yet over. Maybe one phase of your relationship is over, and this is a proposal for the next phase, whatever that is. You will feel it is a wish come true. All right. So yeah, that could relate to these other cards: projected, cleansing, and pressure cooker. Not quite sure yet, but we'll find out. I got one more oracle deck for you before we get into the tarot. Never let tarot dictate your life, you know. I want to say that to you guys. I think you know that, but it seems like some people feel like I would say there are people that, especially if you're just getting into it, who don't realize that tarot is actually meant to tune into not only the most abundant energies around a group of people, a collective, right? But also sometimes when we say things like, oh, there's an opportunity coming your way, there's an offering coming your way, there's an apology coming your way, you have to have your eyes open. Eyes, ears, heart, soul, mind, all must be open in order for you to see it. So what else? All right. Oh, sorry. I'm just like, do I have to show you these cards? All right. So there's new boo and sex addiction. So, okay. So some of you are in a new relationship. Ooh, you or the person that you're with is a divine feminine. Be careful of some illusions that are at play potentially. Shady. Okay. Be careful. Some of you. All right, let's see who's at the back of this deck. Oops. Sex. Okay. All right, so that's sex addiction card. All right. Now, I'm not calling you guys sex addicts, don't worry. But I think the message here is be careful of someone new in your life. Just take precautions and maybe find out more about their history, their recent history and their present, because there are a couple mirroring cards here. Okay, so back of the deck energy on this side, and this doesn't have to be about, this is obviously someone new in someone's life. Okay, a new person with whom the sex is amazing. Okay, just gonna show you the image. I just don't even know. This deck is pretty hilarious. All right. You or the person that you're with is a divine feminine. Doesn't mean they are necessarily your counterpart. Just be careful, because I do see that they could be posing at this time. They are wearing some sort of mask. Ta-da! There's some shady business going on. Now, I think this is a separate issue. There is someone else perhaps who you are in communication with, even if you're not speaking, communicating, texting, talking. You are still sending thoughts. And I would say it's the first person you thought about when I showed you that card. Sorry. I want to kind of pull one more card, but we'll see. So I really feel there might be multiple collectives out here. Not sure yet. All right. So Capricorn. Capricorn, I am offering personal readings still. I do have a one that is live session and one that is a 3-question pre-recorded. So you send me your questions and I give you your, gosh, this deck is so big, answers. Cancer, maybe some of you are dealing with a Cancer. And it's someone with whom you saw marriage. You're working on a lot of inner healing. This connection was meant to help you heal some sort of soul fragmentation that led to inner turmoil, and inner child healing, I am going to pull a sacred woundings card for you just to see if that resonates and if you can take some messages from it to help you in your healing process. Now, you may be dealing with an Aquarius or someone who has Aquarius highly aspected in their chart, birth chart, or a Cancer. Doesn't have to be. Now, this is someone with whom you feel like really, really powerful. Like, you guys are a dynamic duo. We keep seeing this like image of a couple. Like you felt, maybe you feel they are some sort of wish come true for you, but I don't get the sense that you are currently together because patience is being called for. And I think you have been patient, okay? There's an element of infatuation. There's that like, I don't know if this is with the same person. I really do. I think you can't get them out of your mind. But I do feel like the person or you, person with whom you're involved or thinking of, or you are feeling or have felt some sort of victim mentality, which is never healthy. Okay, so this came out earlier, kind of. It was towards the bottom of one of my oracle decks. It wasn't the bottom of the deck energy, but it was right behind it, and it did say mirroring. And I might have even said it out loud. I do see it now at the bottom of the deck in this other deck. So there are elements of you and your person mirroring back to each other some of your core woundings that you are meant to heal. And I'm telling you, in this lifetime, I don't think you should ever push it off to another lifetime. So right away, I am going to ask Spirit for the, oh, that was too fast. For Spirit, give us the top wound that, or top two wounds that the collective that is resonating with this message regarding healing is dealing with. Wounds from your family of origin. Okay, I'm going to read that to you. Okay, anything else? Or is that really the biggest one? Okay, that might have been too many. Let's get just, okay. Okay. We got gaslighting wound and psyche sensitivity overload. Some of you may be empathic. Maybe, I mean, I didn't get the dealing from healing with narcissistic environment wound, but oftentimes people that are highly empathic, like yours truly, have a lot of like anxiety. It shows up mostly as anxiety when you're in a space in which those who are around you are either showing overwhelming emotions, like positive or negative, right? Or just like up and down. We're not fans of the up and down. Hold on a second, please. Hey guys, so sorry about that, Capricorn. I had a bit of a family moment. Okay, so we have 3 wounds coming up for you potentially. Some of you, I was in the middle of saying, might be empathic and feel some sort of overload of your I love how I hit your head. It's actually more usually your third eye. And sometimes that'll show up as headaches, migraines. I have body aches sometimes as well. So let me tell you this. I'll read the card instead. Will show up as feeling mentally overwhelmed, easily triggered, or overstimulated by external stimuli. That's what I was trying to talk about. And it could be people, places, sounds, lights. Okay. It may manifest as difficulty processing emotions or thoughts, leading to mental fatigue, anxiety, and a sense of being unable to cope. Some of you may be dealing with this at this time, and that could be one of the things that you're trying to heal from. When I say heal, I do mean become aware of, and, you know, especially for something like that, you understand that certain environments and certain people perhaps put you in kind of that feeling of overload and overwhelm and anxiety. And so without projecting that onto that person, you become aware of your own capacity to contain things and energies. And also empaths, this is one of the things one of my other teachers told me about, was not only do we have that power to feel what others feel, and sometimes even physically so, you have the same power to exert, right? So you can imprint upon other people around you sense of I wanted to first say joy, but also calmness. Sometimes people tell me I come across as being very like calm and level-minded. I would never have called myself that. So that is definitely me using my empathic tendencies, I would say, to project a state of calm to you. And I hope that it works. I don't know. Maybe for some of you were like, no, I find you totally overwhelming and annoying, so shut up. But others of you don't. And so I appreciate you regardless. All right. Some of you are dealing with wounds from your family. Sorry. It's like all of us, right? I mean, oof. Will show up as deep-rooted patterns of unworthiness, fear of rejection, that's a big one, guys, or a need to overperform to feel loved. Yes, the thought that the notion that we need to, God, and I like, grates on me because I was this person too, earn someone else's love and acceptance. Red flag. It may manifest as struggles with boundaries, repeating unhealthy cycles, or carrying unresolved emotional burdens that are not yours to bear. Now, one of the things that the Divine Empress 333 Kelly was talking about, I encourage you, if you do associate with that, was talking about in a reading that she posted today. Okay, so it'll show up as something about healing wounds of abandonment. It's important. The people who raised you, or the person who raised you, they may have actually not abandoned you or rejected you, but the wounds may be carried through your family line. So family of origin does not need to mean your mom or dad or siblings. It could mean theirs or somewhere even further. So for example, I'll give you mine. My parents, very present, very hardworking, did not reject me. My dad supported me throughout all my craziness, meaning like, I want to do this one day, I want to do something else the next day. Okay, we got you. You know, and he knew me. Even if he said no, I would do it anyway. So yeah, like, you don't have time to join the theater arts program. Okay, you're right, I do too many things. And then like, I'll, one night I'll just be off practicing with the theater club. Of course I did. And he knew. No judgment. He just showed up in the auditorium one night and was like, yeah, I just figured you would be here. Anyway, his family was very fractured. Father died very young. When his father died, my dad was, I believe, 4 years old, and his mother had 5 children, and she was very young. She could not care for them all. My dad was orphaned, and my dad and his, at least 2 of his brothers were orphaned. He was almost the youngest, so second from youngest. He actually ran away from the orphanage and this is in Calcutta. So what a what a really go-getter kind of guy all his life. He actually ran away back to the village where he was from, somehow got on a train, ended up back there. Anyway, the whole story of this is to say that he was abandoned. And on my mom's side, my mother, always present in my life, her mother present in her life. However, that side, her mother was a refugee and someone who was ejected from her country of origin. She is not Indian, but she ended up in India. And I mean, it goes even further. Like, some of my aunts had to dress up as men in order to escape where they were from. Now, those things are things that I didn't go through, right? But that experience, that's actually a rejection wound and an abandonment wound on my dad's side that runs through my blood. And I, unbeknownst to me, had to deal with the karma, the wounding, as did they. But I think I'm a little bit more aware of it because I talk about wounds, because I'm very interested in psychology, because I am a life coach, because I am getting an MBA in that field. It is really important to me that I understand the origin of these wounds, right? And that way I can better address them so that I can break the cycle. All right. Anyway, this may apply to you because I am not going on and on for nobody. I'm like going on and on for somebody out there. So yeah, maybe you're like, oh, I see. And it's something for you to think about, Capricorn. All right. So others of you may be needing to address a gaslighting wound. Not a fun wound. I know this, okay? It will show up as a persistent feeling of confusion, self-doubt, and distorted sense of reality, often after being manipulated into questioning your perceptions and experiences. This wound manifests as insecurity, anxiety, and lack of trust in your own judgment. Yes. I am not going to get into, it's just too, that's, that might have to be a separate reading. Healing from, this does not have to be that you were gaslit by someone who's been diagnosed as a narcissist, or someone who's been diagnosed as having narcissistic tendencies. However, you may have felt like someone or multiple people in your life have made you question yourself. Now, I had that one too. Have it. Sometimes people create narratives about you, about your life, about your experiences that are not what you've experienced truly. And they do this to protect themselves. And in doing so, they try to erase who you are, what you have experienced, Daisy, sorry, what you have gone through. Hold on a sec again. Sorry about that. That's Daisy. Never let someone else write your story. Your life story is your life story, not anyone else's. Don't give your power away is what I'm saying. It's really hard. It's really hard to trust yourself once someone has kind of twisted reality to shape their story. Let them do what they need to do, but you, in your healing process, take back your narrative. Okay? It's going to take time. Not pretending that that one's easy at all. None of it is easy. Healing is so hard. That's why so many people don't do it. That's why so many people feel like, They were the abusive one. They were the liars. They were the cheaters. They were the abandoned. I mean, you're like, no, actually, that's not how it went. But you know what? Pick and choose your battles. If you're in an environment where you feel like your sense of self is being threatened, exit. You do not need to engage. Actually, you cannot engage someone who has tendencies to gaslight you. That's kind of what they thrive on, right? Those circular arguments, those really long conversations that go nowhere. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your energy? Why are you giving your love and your power away to someone else who never sees your side of the story? Wow, I do not know. I really hope this is like resonating for you, and that I'm not appearing like I have reached nobody. So guys, I'm very proud of you for working on this. I'm really proud of you. Maybe you saw someone in your childhood erase their own identity in order and make themselves smaller in order to make someone else feel greater about themselves. Maybe that's where that comes from. Now, okay, we had some signs come up, and because I have been droning, I'm just gonna ask Spirit for more signs for you. Oof. You're dealing with someone. I feel like I know what you guys are gonna think when you see this. Someone in your life or you may have been a little too mentally materialistic, meaning money, power, status. They're more concerned with that and what other people think about them than what they think about themselves. Okay. Someone is unawakened. Okay. But I do see the very opposite card being pulled right next to it. This is either the person on your mind starting to awaken and starting to learn about spirituality, about the importance of these connections, these mirroring connections, or this is you and this is them. Now, there is no communication aside from telepathic communication going on between you. This connection was destined. Again, with the patience, there is divine timing involved. Time, however, is ticking. What I do see for some of you is the potential that one of you is far further, can I say that? Much further along on the journey of self-discovery, of healing, of ascension, of awakening, of just ascending to your actual path in which your soul and your body, your physical being are aligned than the other. Whoever that is. And I don't think it's you, because if you're listening to this and you've listened to all the woundings, you're definitely on the healing path. I think either both of you were at one point really fixated on money and status and how others perceive you, and one of you has ascended from that, okay? Whereas the other is still stuck in that. But regardless, you have grown. Some of you, maybe there is a reunion coming. So, and others of you, maybe there's new love coming. So let's see. Capricorn, I did see 2 signs come out so far. I think Aquarius and Cancer. But that is not exclusive. So don't worry if those signs don't apply to you. So let's see. How are you feeling, Capricorn, about the person on your mind? Wow. Very, very clear-headed. Queen of Swords. I'm proud of you. You're seeing things very clearly. I'm going to take this wild card out of that deck, okay, so that we don't have to deal with it. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. How are they feeling about the person on their mind? Maybe you are dealing, oh wow, yeah. That was what I was about to say, was maybe you're dealing with an air sign. I did get Aquarius earlier. So I do have Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. Which is telling me a couple things. I think you are dealing with either a water sign or an air sign. You are feeling a lot of sadness. 5 of Cups, that's at the base of things, right? Grief, sadness, loss, a connection that did not come to the conclusion, perhaps, or the journey that, the joint journey that you wished it could have. But you see them with a lot of love. You have a lot of love for them. You have a lot of clarity about them. All right. I see you as being crystal clear about your capacity to give, your capacity to love, your capacity to hold the truth and stay on that path. Okay. So quickly, Spirit, how does Capricorn feel? And I so rarely ask this about themselves at this time. How do they see themselves? Yeah, you. How do you see you? How do you feel about you? Oh, Page of Swords. So you're in school or you're in class, you're learning about things. 6 of Wands, but it did not come up right. It came a little bit cross. So you're working on achieving something at this time. You're like, well, I really want, Hermit. I knew that was going to come out. You're a little bit worn out. You're a little bit tired. Your guard is up. You have the 9 of Wands, meaning you've been through it. You've been through a lot. And so you are kind of rebuilding yourself. Your ego, that materialistic, I don't want to call it that because that's not all the ego is, right? Your ego is still trying to figure out who you are when you have a healthy ego as opposed to an overly avoidant ego. So I think you've been humbled by the experience that you had, perhaps with your person, perhaps just in general. You are going within because you have the Hermit card. I'm proud of you. And you're learning about yourself and about spirituality and about other things. I don't see you as dwelling. I don't see you as stuck in your past. I see you as moving forwards. All right, so, and I think you see you as moving forwards. I think that's important for me to say. That's how you feel about yourself. So maybe you have been alone for some time now. Meaning not like, not giving lip service to fake connections. I don't know where this is. Spirit is really kind of sassy lately, huh? All right, so how does Capricorn, what does Capricorn want from their past relationship? Do you want to let go, Capricorn? What do you guys want? Well. I see you, you want either you want a new relationship or a new opportunity with the person from your past. Ace of Pentacles. I did feel that some of you still feel that person healed, right? Or healing is your wish fulfillment. 9 of Pentacles. You are independent. You have been working on yourself. You do feel like you have all your ducks in a row at this point. And you're ready for a new Ace of Pentacles. New opportunity in love. New opportunity in general. So I don't know if it's necessarily with that person, but that is exactly what I asked Spirit. And that's what they said. I want a new opportunity. All right. So how does the person on Capricorn's mind feel about them at this time? How does your person feel about you? They are not in good shape. They are not in good shape. Okay, I'm sorry. First of all, this is your card, Devil. But also, I know this is not about you. They are trapped in their heads, in a mental jail cell. You could be dealing with a Gemini. You could, again, I did say air sign. There's 8 of Swords at the back of the deck telling me they are trapped. The Devil doubling down on that and telling me, along with the 9 of Swords and the 2 of Wands, okay, that this person is stuck. And it's their own doing. They're stuck in a space of wounding, in a place of limiting beliefs. They're trapped in a mental prison, and I don't even think I have ever been this like deep. I've never for myself felt like I am being controlled by my shadows. And this person is 100% in that space. Now they're trying. They're like, I can continue to stay in that like jail cell that I built myself. But, and I don't want you to feel like you're to blame, because you're not. They are pushing that on you though. They are feeling that you have your connection has put them in a space where they feel like they're the bad guy or girl or just person, right? But they want out. They want to move forwards. They're like, I can either stay there or I can try to release myself. I don't think they know that they can do that yet, though. They can release themselves. This has nothing to do with you. Whoa. Guys, I don't know what happened there, but wow. I just see the Lovers card as I split the deck. It just sounds really intense. So Spirit, wow. I don't know what. You guys, no wonder you've been cleansing. No wonder you've been going within. Spirit, show me what is the current status of this relationship. I already know. I just want crap. Yeah. Separation. Devil at the back of the deck. I already knew this. Healing is the status of this situation. But there is an attachment that remains in the energetic field. So I don't love seeing that pop up. Now, I would like to ask, I don't like seeing it because I see you as growing and I see them as having the choice to grow, but they have not yet chosen that. So Spirit, what do you recommend Capricorn do regarding this situation? Ace of Swords. That's a beautiful, beautiful star. And Chariot. I kind of like how this deck phrases what the Ace of Swords is. Yeah, sure. Make a vision board. You don't have to literally do it the way that people do vision boards, but I suggest that. Get some clarity about what you want to have, happen in the year 2026. If you have not yet done it, how do you see your future? If you were not held back, and you're not held back, by the way, by that connection, what would you want? What, who, how, when, where, all of it, right? Pretend you're a reporter writing a story and sorry, and like, you know, put it on your wall. Write it down in some form. Start to make it tangible. Chariot at the back of the deck. Spirit is asking you to move forward. Travel may be involved for you. You have no limitations. You are not in the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords mentality, okay? And I think your conscience is clear. If I'm speaking to the collective that has been on a healing journey, and I think I am, self-healing journey, you are on the path to a life that I think you feel or will feel proud of. All right, so let's talk about new love. Man, I get to it at the very end. I'm so sorry. I feel like you guys are like, when is she going to talk about what's coming my way? Who is coming towards my Capricorns who have been on this journey? I know it's someone good. Ooh, but damn. You know, All right. Someone is coming your way, and they look good. They look good, but again, I feel like that I'm not being like indecisive, but I'm like, dang, Spirit, I feel like you need to dot your I's and cross your T's when it comes to making sure they're as good in real life as they look on paper. Because this shady card has come up, this shady Seven of Swords. Is someone in your life right now who appears to be, I don't want to say sugar daddy, I hate those terms. I think they appear to be totally together and they have their life, like life goals and all that, like ready, and they look like they're stable. But do you have like a sense that maybe they're not? Because I'm just going to say there is a sliver of you for whom this applies, that this person is not who they appear to be. Please watch out. This is someone with whom you've already gone through a cycle. I think this is not necessarily the person that we were just talking about. Could be because we have the Three of Swords, and the World card. There was an ending, and this person is appearing again. I want you to know that they may not be who they seem to be. Just warning you. All right, so Spirit, do tell us, when it comes to new love, a new person, tell us about who Capricorn has coming towards them. Someone who's dealt with their own woundings. Wow, yeah, I knew it was going to come out like that. You, more than one person, okay? So, yeah. Bottom line from Spirit is this is you. You are coming off as the Nine of Pentacles, someone who is going to attract a lot of attention. You are mature. You could be a divine feminine. I do see this card again. You have stability. You have a house. You also may have a gift. The empathic people out there, you have a gift that attracts a whole lot. I just had this conversation with someone yesterday, my friend Jess. Like, you're going to attract the whole spectrum. So be very discerning at this time who you let into your energy. There is someone who is coming towards you who's been through something. Abandonment. I see abuse out here as well. Now, so you are, sorry about that, attracting someone who's here to teach you a lesson. That King of Pentacles that popped up with the Seven of Swords is a karmic lesson for you. Maybe this is where I give you the whole spiel about how the universe sends tests towards us to see if we have truly learned our lessons. And I think you're about to be you're about to be asked to use your own discernment about somebody that is in your life now or approaching you. I'm not telling you one way or another what their intentions are, okay? Because I don't know yet. I'm gonna go back to the shadow light. Spirit, what is your advice for Capricorn at this time regarding love? Spend time with friends. Yes. You are growing. This King of Cups at the back is telling me that you are becoming someone who's very emotionally mature and discerning. And I keep using that word discerning because that is what you are meant to be. That is who you are meant to be. Spending time with friends, Three of Cups, having fun, going out there, getting to know new people. I think that's the best advice that Spirit is going to give you at this time, as opposed to settling down for somebody who may or may not be who they say they are. No. Tell us more. Is there healthy love, new healthy love coming towards Capricorn? And if so, who is it? I can't do, not at this time. Not at this time. You, I think, need to heal still as well. You're not completely there. You are on the road. Yeah, you're on the road. You need to heal from this past relationship, most of you out there, yeah. That cycle did complete, but I think you are still holding onto whatever burdens, because the Ten of Wands and the High Priest here are telling me that you're still holding on to. Some of you may be thinking that if you heal, the person from your past will come back towards you, but that's not actually healing. I really hate breaking it to you, but the healing comes when you're okay without that person. Actually, more than okay. You're aware that you will find happiness and fulfillment no matter what the other person goes through. They may come towards you, but you got to you got to let it go. Let that past go. Let that tower that fell, let it go, because Spirit is saying you have not yet fully recovered from the fallout. Nine of Swords, Tower, Eight of Swords at the back. I mean, earlier I told you I'm so proud of you. You're awakening, you're healing, but like these wounds that we pulled up, right? The family of origin wound, the gaslighting wound, the sensitivity overload wound with, I didn't tell you, the root chakra is at the back of that deck for you. That means when this tower fell, that relationship crumbled, right? It was already a shaky relationship at best. When it crumbled, it caused some of what roots you down to who you truly are. Your environment, your soul, your identity. Some of that felt like it like shook, right? You have not been uprooted. You do not depend on someone else. You are sovereign. So the lesson for you that Spirit is asking me to convey is once you regain that feeling of sovereignty, that is when you will be ready for new love. Because right now, that past is coming back as a test. Some of you, I hope that you comment and tell me, yeah, my person tried to come back and they were not healed and I knew it. You know, thank you. I don't know. I just feel, yep. I feel like my biggest piece of advice for you right now is to continue working on, it's not like glamorous for me to say it, right? I wish I could be like, go on vacation and you're going to meet the love of your life. But that is just like, that's like telling you bullshit. And I hope no one's out there doing that. Once you feel like you're like the shit, that's when love, new love, healthy love comes in. Okay? All right, Capricorn. This was a really, really long, winded reading. I want to leave you with some last advice because I think this is like a monthly reading for you. So let's see. Capricorn, because I figure it'll be about 10 days before, I get you some more advice. Yeah. Spirit's final words, Queen of Swords and the Star. I really like this. And Strength at the back. Spirit knows that deep down inside, you are courageous and strong and able to tame this lion. I think that it wants your spiritual teams want you to remain. I'm like, a sword is up. Sword is up. Sword is up, which means you're still cutting through that bullshit to get to the Ace of Swords. The real truth, the truth of who is authentic, who is wearing a mask, and who you truly are, and who you deserve someone or someone's, right, who respect and honor your true identity. When you are healed, right? When you're healing, you're going to be, the star is all about healing. You're going to take this lion, right, and tame it into a lamb. I think that for many of you, you've encountered so much strife and in that previous relationship that you've lost track of what your own wishes and hopes are. That vision board I talked about, I hope that you do that as an exercise. This is the life coach in me talking now. Do that as an exercise for yourself. I know it sounds a little cheesy. I'm with you. I'm in Aries. I'm like, that's so cheesy. Why would I do that? Actually, you know, I'll tell you, I just started doing them 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. Now, not everything that I wish for and write down and desire and like pin up in my mental wall comes to fruition, but so much of it does. So much of it does. It's beautiful. I encourage you to give it a shot. All right, last messages from the star. Keep on that healing journey and wish upon a star. Lots of love. Bye.